Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your Stockwatch list for Monday, July 17th. So I just wanted to get into one thing real fast. All-time lows for the VIX, and I'm reading down here. All-time lows for the VIX intraday was 889, reached on 27th of December, 1993. And all-time lowest VIX close was 931, December 22nd, 1993. And we'll go ahead and take a look at a weekly chart of the VIX, and we're at 951. So we're getting down there. No fear in the market at all. So markets are very strong. Here's your futures opening at the moment at 6 p.m. on Sunday night. Dow futures up 1, S&P futures basically flat, and NASDAQ futures up about 3. But then again, it is. We'll take a look at this SPY on the weekly and pushing up to new highs on the SPY. And here it is on the daily. Now for more information on some markets and whatnot, I did make a video. Let's get a few oil names involved here too, because oil was up last week 5% for the week. So, you know, I'm going to be scoping in on oil stocks this week. And probably they won't move this week, but you know what? I have some backup stocks too. So first one on the list is medical devices. Big pop in this one, ACRX. And this popped 2.3 million shares up to $2.60. We closed at $2.40. You see it gives these pops and drops. Probably, you know, was a pump stock or something. I don't remember the news on this one, but I'll see if it sets up intraday on this one. So this would be intraday stock only. AMD starting to get interesting again. Pulled down to the 13 EMA. Let me open this chart up. Pulled down to the 13 EMA, held the 10 SMA here, holding above the 20. So I think if this can get back over, you know, 1405. I may take a crack at this one for a swing trade on AMD. It's actually, you know, been holding up. It's trending up. You can draw the trend line right here. All right. And my rule for trend line is, you know, 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, and actually 4. So you see AMD is holding a trend and moving up nicely. Most guys use 2 points for a trend line. I like to use 3. ACRX, nice pop off the 20 SMA here on the daily chart. Looking for that $3.20 break. It had over 600,000 shares traded. We came down to the 200 SMA, the green line you see right here. We are holding that, and I'll see if this wants to move up. This is an oil and gas play. AUPH chart is turning back up. You see the support it was getting around that 625 spot, and now they're turning it back up. The high on Friday was 679 on the name, so over 685 could give us a continuation move on AUPH. 2.6 million shares traded, so expanding volume coming in on AUPH. CENX, AA Alcoa, you know, is pushing up and has been pushing up. CENX. You know, trying to get up over this 17 spot. If it can get over that 1705 CENX, and then I would use, you know, my 5 EMA as the possible stop out if I swing this. The 5 EMA is at 1638. So 1705 and 2.3 million shares traded in the name. CERC, this is one of those under $1 names. Had 3.6 million shares traded. I'm looking for that $1 break in the name again. We did have a high of 106 high, so you could wait for that high to get taken out, or maybe like $1.02 on CERC. So keep that one on your intraday watch. CGI, this is a trucking company, and a nice daily chart now popping up, holding above the 50 SMA, the yellow line you see right here. 6.2 million shares Friday. The high was $3.35. So this one might be one to keep on your watch list to see if it's going to make a continuation move. CLR, another oil name. I'm looking for the 33 break, 3305, approximately 3 million shares. Obviously, it depends how it sets up intraday. and how oil's going to be doing tomorrow. But that 33 spot, you know, if we can get over this 33.05, we have that number on the July 3rd. So I'm looking for the breakout on that one. COT, here you see we have consolidation, and we've had consolidation from, we'll call it, you know, June, July, and now we're starting to push up out of consolidation. The high on this name was 1486. So we'll see if this can take out, you know, 1495 and maybe continue up through $15 on COT. Here's the weekly on it. So you see it can possibly break that 15 and maybe a continuation move. It's had a nice run though off this $11 area, so that's the only thing I'm hesitant about on COT. Next one up is, this is a recent IPO, CVNA, and they sell cars over the internet, right? They have a website, and here's the daily chart, and it's holding a 5 EMA here. Looking for that re-break of 23, I would say 23.15. The high on Friday was 23.14. So, you know, we'll see if this one can get going. It can be spready for intraday trading, so just be aware of that on this name. It's not an easy intraday trader. EKSO, this one pushed up to the 100 SMA. Now we have the 100 SMA in play again. I think if it can get over that 250 number, it may give us some continuation. 1.7 million shares traded in the name on Friday for EKSO. So I'm going to have this one on watch. ERF, this is an oil name. We're looking for that 850, 855 break on ERF. And we'll see if we can get a move in it. 800,000 shares traded. This would be more of a swing trade. We do have a previous high here of 854, so that's how I come up with that 855, you know, 857 number. Let's see, the high here was 852, so 855, 857, and possible swing trade in this name. FRAC, this is oil and gas name. And you see it's back over the 50 SMA. We're starting to turn back up. We have a previous high of 1646. We're at 1615. The high on Friday was 1623. So over 1630 might be enough to get FRAC, you know, on the move again, and possible swing trade, over 700,000 shares traded. HOS, this would be for intraday trades only. I don't really trust this name, but 278 was the high Friday. I'm thinking over, you know, 280, 285 in that area. Maybe we get that break of $3, or you can just wait for the break of $3. The 100 SMA is up above, and that's at $3.14. JAGX, this one popped on Friday, almost 3 million shares traded. I'm looking for the break of 75 cents in the name. We had a high Friday of 70 cents, but I would let it clear that 75 cent number. That's a natural resistance spot on JAGX. MDXG, medical devices, this one 2.4 million shares traded. We have a high of 1561. We're looking for, you know, probably the break of 1555, or let it take out that 1561. And it did hold the 50 SMA here. You could probably, you know, use that as your stop. I would use 15, a break of 15 as my stop on this name if you do try to swing trade that one. MRNS. Looking for the 150 retest and break on this name on MRNS, biotech stock. 2.7 million shares traded. 142 was the close. So I would let this get over $1.50, $1.52. We do have a seller or some resistance here at $1.55, so you may want to wait even for that to clear, but I think if it gets over $1.50, it could get interesting. No guarantees, of course. MYO, recent IPO. For this one, we had the high of 12.25, so I would let it clear that 12.25 And you know, this one for intraday trading, the spreads are just too wide on this name, and the volume just not you know, big enough on Friday. But if it does get over that 1225, could be interesting for a possible, you know, swing trade. Would trade this with light shares though. I wouldn't go, you know, big shares on MYO. NTNX, big pop on Friday. This had an upgrade, and that's why all this volume came into the name, over 11 million shares. So we'll see how this sets up. I would obviously like a pullback in the name, maybe to the bottom of this candle. 2162 was the low, so maybe 2150 if we can get a pullback to that spot. So we'll see. But this one will be on watch, maybe a continuation move on NTNX. I think it was Goldman Sachs that upgraded them. Don't quote me on that though. OAS, another oil name. I'm looking for that $8 takeout, 805 to be exact, over 805, 807. 4.7 million shares traded on Friday. If oil starts to continue up, possibly OAS could follow, and this could be a swing trade or intraday trader. OMER, nice pop on Friday, 1.2 million shares traded. We do have a high on the name of 2158, so we'll see how this sets up intraday on the name. PI, for this one, we had the high on Friday of 53.87. I think if it gets over 54 again, this could make a continuation move up. We do have resistance at 54.88, so I'm going to keep this one on watch. Maybe a possible swing trade in PI if it can get back over 54. If you want to try to, you know, if it pulls back maybe to 51.80 in that area, 51.50, maybe you can get a pullback to this 13 EMA for a possible, you know, buy here, and then add if it breaks, you know, that 54 spot. Now that's for swing trading though. PTX, looking for this to get back over $5 a share. Over 600,000 shares traded. So we'll see, you know, with this expanding volume, you see the move it made back here. We'll see if this one can get back over $5 a share, and then the high on Friday was 518. QUIK, this one had a big move. It's kind of flagging here now. It's above the 200 SMA. It's above the 50 and holding above the 50. So we're looking for the highs to get taken out of 147, or you wait for that $1.50 break on QUIK. Volume a little bit light though on Friday. So, but I think if it breaks that 150, maybe we could get some volume coming in. Schlumberger, if you like to play the bigger oil names. But this one has been down, and now it's held that 65 spot, starting to turn back up. We're looking for, you know, the 67.09 was the high. So if it can get back over, you know, 67.10 on Schlumberger, or maybe purchase this one on any pullbacks near the 66 level for possible continuation back up. And once again, it's going to depend, you know, what oil does, XOIL. And this is light sweet crude. So keep your eye on WTI, and to do that during the day, this is a little interruption here, but to do that during the day, you can go here, investing.com, and they have the commodities, and you can watch a crude oil WTI here during the day. Okay, so there's a site for you. Let's see, where was I? SPEX, trying to get back over the 10 SMA. For me, I think I would like this one to clear 275, and you know, no volume in it on Friday. But if it starts to turn back up, you see the big pop it had. Now it's flagging. It's holding the 13 EMA. I would like this one to get back over 275. This one would be pretty much, you know, intraday trading. SPN, nice pop, nice volume on Friday. 7.6 million shares. Oil name. And we're back above the 50 SMA. Would like a pullback, you know, maybe to like $11. We had a high of 11.22. So if it can pull back actually to the bottom of this candle, I should say, sorry about that. If it can pull back maybe to 10.75 on SPN, or, you know, if oil's strong, if we get that breakout over 1125 on SPN for possible swing trade, and then you can kind of use the 5 EMA or the 50 SMA as your guide for your stop. SRNE chart setting up nicely, consolidating. Let me draw this 1, 2, 3, and okay, and we're starting to get over the trend line here, this resistance line. We're in this consolidation. Almost 2 million shares traded SRNE. Maybe we fill this gap. The high for Friday was 205, so 207 might be enough. We do have a 230 resistance area, so keep that in mind. But looks like it's shaping up, but we'll see. Biotech stocks can be funky kind of traders. So SUNW, pull this in a little bit, stalled here by the 200 SMA. It's done it before. 205, it would have to get back over 205 in SUNW, and the solars were on fire this last week. TAN for the week was up 4.45%. So we'll see if this SUNW wants to continue. First Solar popped, CSIQ popped, Run has been running, SEDG, and TERP. TERP is consolidating, but I just don't like it because it's below the 200 SMA. SUNW will go back to. So if this can get over this 200 SMA, it might be interesting. Not a favorite though. SWN, looking for possible turn to get over the 50 SMA. It's been holding what is the lows here, 547. So keep your eye on this one if it wants to join the oil party on SWN. TEUM for intraday trading over $1.50. We did have a high $1.54. So anything over $1.50 might get this one to continue. 2.4 million shares traded. It looks like this 150 SMA is in the way right now, and that 150 SMA is at $1.63. So just keep that in mind if you do get into the name. UEC, not a favorite intraday trader, but it is trending up. It's holding the fast moving averages. The 50 just crossed the 100 SMA here. And we're up here at that $1.75 resistance. For me, if it got over that 175, might get interesting. Not really a good intraday trader though, so it would have to be more of a swing trade, and then I would use maybe the 13 EMA as my guide for my stop. So I would use a tight stop on that. VEEV, we spoke about this in previous videos, and it is trying to take out, it took out this consolidation here. It has been holding the 50 SMA. We did have a high Friday of 64.72. So I think if this can get back over 64.75, it could get interesting. 1.1 million shares traded in the name. This would be more of a swing trade on the name. WWE turning back up. I'm looking for that break of 21. There was a previous high of 2105 on June 30th. So watch 2105. If we get over that, WWE, not much in the way, so this one is definitely worth watching. It's in consolidation. It is holding above the 200 SMA. Can be a little light in the volume, so that's why I would think this might be more of a swing trade. XGTI, this would be more of intraday trading. The previous high on this name was 205. I would let it clear 205, but just keep in mind we have the 200 SMA above it at 225. So that's the only thing that might hold it back. 1.7 million shares traded on Friday, and then Thursday it had in volume 6.7 million shares traded. XGTI, communications and equipment. All right, so this has been Zozo Stock Watch list for Monday, July 17th,